and welcome to another classic guitar video. Tonight's show is brought to you by Guitar Center of Glendora. Check them out, they're really great people. Tonight's guitar is a late 80s, early 1990s Peavey Rockmaster. I got this in part of a kind of a trade, if you will, about a month ago. No more than a month ago, a little more than a month ago. It's a pretty cool piece. It's in satin black, and I'm just gonna put new strings on it and do my thing to it. The satin finish has become kind of semi-shiny, so I'm gonna kind of re-satin finish it with some Scotch-Brite, just to give it that look again. Also gonna put a new truss rod cover on it, and yeah, let's get started right in on it. And here it is, in all its glory, or lack thereof, as some people might say, I don't know. I think it's pretty darn spiffy, spifferific. I also have an unpackaging here, will do. I think I know exactly what this is. This is something I ordered for a George Lynch guitar. That I am building. Yes, a George Lynch guitar that I'm building from scratch. Or it's already built. I just need a back cover, and I believe that is what this is. This doesn't have a tear thing on it. Well, I can just tear the package open. I don't need to get a pair of scissors. Because I'm not saving the package for anything. So, that being said, here it is. Nice. It's got the screws. It is kind of an antique copper color, if you will. Reason why I ordered it in this color, and it's brushed antique copper, if you will. The reason I ordered it in this color is because the guitar is mahogany, and mahogany is kind of semi this color. And it's natural finish, it's not painted or anything. So I ordered this, and it's metal. It's a metal one, as opposed to a plastic one. So that's pretty cool that I got that. I just ordered this the other day. Through Amazon, of all places, to get guitar parts, who'd have thunk? Just like I got this Floyd Rose tremolo arm for another project, for a customer's guitar that I'm working on, and this Floyd Rose locking nut to match this, and the tremolo system on the customer's guitar. So, that being said, again, we'll set this aside, and we'll throw that away later. Let's go ahead and test this guitar. I'm not going to go ape crazy and play Van Halen on it for an hour because I don't have the time, for one thing. And we're just test playing it, so it's not going to sound great to begin with. So, here we go. I'm just testing everything, making sure everything works. So yeah, as you can hear, it's way out of tune, it's way out of intonation, it's way out of everything. But as you can hear, it works. It only has one humbucking pickup in it, so there's no selector switch. Although it does have coil tap in it. You pull the other pot out, and what it does is it splits the two-part humbucker to make it a pseudo single coil pickup. And it shuts the top one off and leaves the bottom one on. So I know you really can't hear a difference because the guitar's out of tune, but I hear a little bit of difference. These aren't high-end guitars to begin with, and I kind of made this makeshift tremolo arm out of a piece of raw round stock, and then I elbow bent it. Well, I threaded it with a die, and then I elbow bent it, and my last step is going to be to put a round chamfer on this end because it's really sharp, because I cut it off with a cutoff tool. So that being said, we'll act accordingly on that. I'll have to stop at some point and take that into my shop and chamfer that down. Let's see. Truss rod covers. Oh my, what did I do with the truss rod covers? I'm going to have to look for them because I don't know where they readily are. I have all these packages. I bought stuff. And I have all these truss rod covers. And it's like, here's some truss rod covers. But they're colored ones. But I bought a thing of black ones, I believe. No, well, those are black, but those are Epiphone or Gibson style. So those aren't it. But those are close. What is this? Oh, that's something else. This is something else. I ordered like $3,500 in guitar parts on Amazon over about the past 5 weeks because I have over 50 guitar projects I'm doing right now. Here's another back plate I offered, and they sent me the wrong one. They sent me a natural metal brushed one, and I didn't order that. I ordered the one I have down here that I just showed you. I ordered the brushed copper finish, but they sent me the wrong one. They said keep it because it would cost more to ship it back and restock it and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, you know what? I will be more than happy to keep it. I'll use it for another project at some point. Kidding me? Are you kidding me or something? Are you kidding me or something? Yes, I will do that for that. Absolutely. So I have all these packages. Oh my goodness. All these packages. I know what that is. That's a tool. So I know what that is. What did I do with my truss rod covers? Oh, well, I have these ones. I don't know if I want to use these ones, but it's this one's kind of a different shape, and they're different colors, and they're pearloid. They're colored and they're pearloid. If you don't know what the term pearloid means, I'll get a white one out. Pearloid means it looks just like that. It means just what I said. It means it looks like a pearl, or pearlescent, or pearloid, if you will. And see if so yeah, you can kind of.
Better get a good night's sleep.
You can kind of.
You have another big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the pearl essence in it. Come on, camera, focus. There we go, a little bit. So that's that. And these ones are great, but they're a little bit too short, so I can't use these. So with that being said, oh my, I'm gonna have to try and find these other other truss rod covers that I bought. I can't seem to readily find them. Oh no. Please tell me I can find these truss rod covers because oh, here they are over here. Duh. Duh, George. Duh, George. Okay. Yeah, I bought these on Amazon rather. I bought a pack of 60 of these. 60? Is it 60? It's 120. I have to load the package. Let me count. 50 2-ply truss rod covers, 2 in a package, total of 60. So that's the one I'm going to use, I believe, for this. I think the screw holes should match up pretty close, if not exact. Oh, they're going to meet exact. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so that's going to be the truss rod cover. So there is that. Now what did I do? What do I do with the colored ones? Oh, they're over here. I need to take all the packages out of the all the parts out of the packages so I know what they are and organize them in my bin behind me. Well, not my bin, but my dresser. I converted into a bin, if you will. At any rate. Oh my. I'm supposed to have a few friends come in here from another friend's chat, DJ Zath. Zathy Wathy Taffy. Hopefully he makes it. Even if it's just for a moment, just to say hi. That being said, okay. Yeah, I don't like these strings, so I'm definitely going to have to change these strings because, for one thing, the guy I got it from really strung the guitar up wrong. Just wrong. Sorry, that's all I can say about it. It's just really nice guy, really cool guy. But I've been doing a lot of horse trading with him lately, and he brought me this guitar, and this guitar about 2 months ago, and then over the weekend on Saturday he brought me 3 other guitars, a George Lynch guitar, and a son of a mother, oh shoot, I forget what the other two are. I know what they are, but I forget what they are. And he brought me a 1961 Dynamite 240 amplifier head, and he brought me a almost brand new mini head, 1 watt head, and he brought me these pedals. Brand new MXR Prime distortion, and a brand new Fab chorus, and pretty cool guy. Pretty cool guy. I like him. I need to teach him how to string a guitar up. And he even asked me to teach him how to do this kind of work, luthier work. So I am ever so happy to do that for him. And really cool guy, really nice wife. Or maybe I'm assuming he strung this guitar up. I could be assuming that. I could be. But at any rate, he says he wants to learn guitar work, and I am ever so happy to help him do that. And I will do that, and I am going to do that. Really cool guy, awesome guy. I like him. Cool. Very accommodating. He's been here a few times, and I've traded him some guitars, and he didn't quite like the first one. So I said, hey man, you know what, bring it back, it's alright, no harm, no foul. Even though I'm not a store, I could have been a dick and said, well, you know what, you got it, now you're married to it. But I'm not that type of person, so I said, yeah, bring it back the same day. And he did. And I traded him 2 other guitars, because that was a higher end guitar, so I took my guitar back, which was Tom Kiefer's custom shop Kramer guitar. It was worth $800 to $1,000. So I had 2 other guitars he liked, so I took the Kramer back and then gave him these 2 other guitars, which were a Jackson 1994, if memory serves, Jackson Telecaster in a very red pearl, dragon blood red, and a Dean Fat Strat from 1988, 84, 88, 88, I believe. I forget. I'm really tired right now. It's hard for me to remember dates right now. Anyway. But, yeah, anyway, here we go. Here's the back of it. That's missing some screws. I'm going to have to add the screws to it. But this isn't a guitar I'm going to get a boatload of money for. I'm going to probably put, I don't know, $220 to $250 on it. So, I'm not going to make a killing on this guitar. And that's fine. It's not that type of guitar where I'm going to make boatloads and boatloads of money on it. So, that being said, let's go ahead and tighten the tuners because they are really, really loose. I mean, notoriously loose. Oh shit. Why? This one won't tighten up already. Maybe it's broke. Oh shit. Maybe we got a broken tuner. I might have to replace the tuner already.
I've never seen anything like this before. It's a generated.
But I have tuners like this. Should the need arise for me to replace one, I can. And I will be more than happy to.
The security barrier is lethal.
Because everything about the Gemidar is lethal.
Oh man, that one's loose as goose.
You could tell me about them.
Oh, you're saying you've never heard of the Gemidar?
Oh, we're not from around here. My name is Benjamin Sisko.
Some of these aren't really.
I'm from the United Federation.
I gotta see if this tuner is gonna actually tune the string, because there might be a stripped gear or something in it.
I'm glad to meet you. That's Quark. Tell me about the Gemidar.
They're the most famous.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with these tuners. Never mind. It's just they didn't have any tension on the strings, so they were acting loose as a long neck goose. So no, they're good. They're fine. They're good. They're good. They're fine. They're fine. They're good.
Why would anyone do business with them?
So
The Dominion decides that you
go
have
ahead and
something
we'll
that they
tighten
want,
the
and then they come and take it.
set screws for the back of the connect.
Believe me, I know.
Back of the
I've seen it
connect.
happen on my own watch.
There's my computer I'm streaming with right here, which is a HP Star Wars laptop.
They felt right
That's just kind of temporary until I get my streaming computer back up and running. There over in the corner, which is an Alienware, high-end Alienware
They sent
SLI rig.
They destroyed our communication center. They executed our leaders. And before we realized it, they'd seized
And
control.
I'm hoping
of
to do
the entire
that in the
planet.
next
How did you manage to escape?
30
30 days or less.
We fled, but they came after us.
Okay, so these tuners are nice and tight now. Go ahead and tighten the neck.
I guess they wanted to make an example.
You always want to crisscross when you're tightening the neck, so you're going to be a little less likely to crack anything. Crackaloni. You want to be crackalonian. No crackaloni. But I like my necks pretty darn tight. My bolt-on type necks. Because you want that tonality to come through. So you don't want any gaps between your neck and your neck cavity. So I like to impact mine down fairly tight, pretty tight. Pretty tight, I don't need to go ape crazy with them or anything, but I'll put this to the side. Well, no, that's okay. I'll leave it there. I thought it was going to be in my way. Never mind. Never mind. Because I have to take the covers off anyway so I can kind of reset and finish it. And this thing's got its share of nicks and scratches. So I'm not trying to make this thing perfect because it's just not that caliber of a guitar. You know, I'm not going to get $1,000 for this guitar by any stretch of the imagination. So there is that.
So many great stories from amazing people. Makes me want to be better.
So I'll just kind of do a test spot for satin finishing it with the Scotch-Brite. And you can get different coarsenesses or stiffnesses or whatever you want to call them of Scotch-Brite. That's why you have green Scotch-Brite and red Scotch-Brite and gray Scotch-Brite and, you know, different Scotch-Brites. And you don't have to use Scotch-Brite. You can also use steel wool, different grades of steel wool. Will also be fine for that. So there is that. And somebody did a number on the electronics in here. They stripped the wires and they twisted them. So everything is kind of not grounding, but everything is kind of mercy. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not good. I'm gonna have to solder that stuff. So this could be a 2-day project now, only because now that I'm opening it and looking at it, you know, as you open something and look at something, you know, you start to see, ooh, now it needs this, ooh, now it needs that. And now 1-day project is now a 2-day project, and so on. And I'm fine with that. It just, you know, it is what it is, and that's what it is. And I'm perfectly happy with doing that. Just a little bit of a bummer because I wanted to get this done today. Because one of the other guitars that he gave me Saturday was another satin finish. Court, that's what it is. It's a Court Evil 1. Kind of a semi-rare guitar, not particularly valuable, but semi-rare. And so that being said, whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. It's nice and tight now. There we go. That one's in good condition. I don't need to re-satin finish that one. And it's a pretty cool guitar. So, okay, what else? We'll tighten the strap buttons. We like everything tight up in here. We like it all tight up in here. Tighten the strap buttons. Okay, that's good. Now I think we'll go ahead and detune it and tighten the rest of the tuners, because I forgot to do that.
We are doing everything we can, but we need help. We need help. Please pick up the phone and call 1-800-847.
Okay, so that being said, I'm going to get a fresh beverage and we'll detune it, and we'll be right back forthwith.
Every dollar you give can go 10 times further to make an even bigger impact on children's lives. Please don't put this off. Call 1-800-847-0820 right now. Your $10 a month could help a child like Pierre win their fight to survive.
Hello, someone must be listening to me out there.
He's not so bad.
Whoever's in charge, you're missing a very lucrative.
Doesn't he realize he's not accomplishing anything?
Oh, mercy. Okay, so let's detune this sucker. I'm gonna have to change these strings. They're just not strung right, and there's not enough meat on the string to restring it the way it needs to be restrung. So Well, maybe there is. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so, though.
That's not my concern.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Then why won't you let us?
We'll put new strings
Because
on
the
it.
founders don't want to release.
Um,
And who are the founders?
Yeah.
That's not your concern.
But it's a Peavey, or Peavey, some people call it. Tomato, tomato. Data. I'm not going to reset and finish the top of the headstock because it's got the logo on it, and I don't want to mess with the logo. So I will just lightly, lightly clean it. Somebody tied this one in a knot. This string in a knot. It's like, yeah, you don't tie strings in a knot because it's already going around a post. So, yeah, and then string just broke anyway, so this is why you don't tie them in a knot, because they inevitably will just simply break. Because you're trying to tune it around a post with a knot in it, and it doesn't know what to do except just simply break. So, that being said, that was really loose. I don't like it, but it does tighten up. I mean, this is just meant to be a player's guitar. In other words, something that a player can just pick up real quick and play. Why is it? Ugh, what the heck? It's like oil or something on the top of the nut, the string nut. It's like actual. I can't tell what kind of oil it is, but yeah, I don't like it. Lordy, 6x40. Okay, so let's take these frigging strings out, off, and away. Because I'm not going to use them again. I do keep old strings, if they're still good, just as a backup if something breaks. I have friends that make art projects with the strings. There's a young woman at Guitar Center here locally, and she makes jewelry, rings, necklaces, earrings with used strings, or new strings. So I keep all my used strings that are good. They're not rusty and they're not, dirty and grimy and sweaty and all that stuff. And I will save them, and then when I get enough of them, I'll go there and hand them off to her. Oh God. Just watching my Star Trek block here, and he's going crazy. He's going crazy.
So what do we do now?
Nog. Eggnog. I call him Eggnog. His name's Nog on the show, but I call him Eggnog. Yeah. So, okay. Now we're cooking with gas. I've got a few more things that I didn't think I was going to have to do on this guitar, like some soldering. But other than that, I think we're going to be okay.
They're not answering. Shields up, go to yellow alert.
So,
Activate a level 3 containment field.
yeah, come on.
I'm Major Kieran Reese, first
Come on.
officer at the station. You'll have to excuse the containment field. But around here, it's customary to identify yourself before transporting it to someone
Yeah.
else's command center.
the Dominion.
Detained.
The strings are like oily. I don't get that.
Commander Cisco will serve as an example of what happens to anyone.
I have to wash my hands after taking them off, I think. So I don't want to get that oil all over this satin finished body, and then I'm going to have to do even more work. So I can't be doing that.
You're making a mistake if you think that detaining Commander Cisco will stop us from exploring the Gamma Quadrant.
We anticipated that response.
Security team to ops.
Hits list the vessels we've destroyed for violating our territory.
Oh my, violating your territory. I don't want to do that. Violate my territory, I'll violate yours.
From the Bajoran colony on our side of the anomaly.
So, again, this is a late 80s, early 1990s Peavey Rockmaster Strat style electric guitar. 6-string, single coil humbucker pickup with coil split. And got it from a friend, and I am just kind of restoring it, if you will. Yeah, you know. That's it. So strings are off. I need to sit down and rest my back for a minute because my back is killing me. Me backside.
Right here on H&I.
What am I gonna do next? Probably the clean the frets and fretboard.
Visit HNITV.com and click quizzes to test your memory on these Star Trek.
And then I'm gonna take the bridge off, the tremolo bridge off, because and the pickup, because you know, in satin finishing it, I'll do under all this stuff so it matches nice. And I gotta take apart the tremolo and clean it, and all that good stuff. So we got quite a bit of work on this guitar. Might be a 2-day project. I don't know. I kind of don't think so, but we'll see. We shall see what we shall see. What we shall see. I'll show you tightening the tremolo of the headstock, rather. Tuners, rather. Yeah. Now, since I have those strings all off, I can use the box end, but it's a little bit harder to see because I like to align the nuts up when I turn them. I like them to look all nice and straight and all that good stuff. So I won't use the box end, but I always use at least one finger on there. You don't just tighten it like this because if it strips, you're gonna go, it's gonna slip. So you always want to use at least one, if not 2 fingers, or your thumb, to tighten so you don't slip. Because these jam nuts are only a few millimeters thick, and they could strip off and out of your wrench very easily. And you don't want that. Guarantee you don't want that. So she's a Peavey. Peavey is a good company. I like it. I have a lot of American-made stuff, but they kind of got in hot water when they did their episode a few years back. It's been more than a few years now. When they were on Undercover Boss, and the company decided to, after going through the show, and you know, if you've ever seen that show, what they do, they decided to close their American plant, and everybody was fired, and it was a whole ordeal, and it was all over the net about how Peavey screwed all these employees after the show, and it was pretty bad. But I still like Peavey products, and you know, I like them good enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the holes, the inlet holes of the tuning peg, and make the holes all line up, so that way when I put the strings in them, I'm not trying to put the string in sideways and all that through the hole. So you want that hole fairly accessible and whatnot. So
Even if I can break through the security barrier, how do you plan to get off the planet?
I'll drive it by myself. The signal my ship and transport office.
Okay. Now they're all pretty straight, give or take an inch or whatever. Okay, move the camera view back. Whoops.
I'd be glad to tell them all I know.
Oh, merciful. So this might be a 2-day project. Because I am getting a late start. We've only been working 37 minutes. I didn't get started until, what, after 10? When I really should have started at 9 p.m., which is my regular time to start live streams. But, at any rate. Alright. Now we're cooking with gasoline, as my father used to say. So I need to take this flipper over and take the springs, tension springs, off the trim. Oops, sorry, I bumped the microphone, folks. I bumped the microphone. Okay, so you got to take these springs off, and you want to do it fair. You want to hold the string, because otherwise, if you take it off, it could go pew and just go shooting across the room. So, oh, come on. Sometimes you have to do them one at a time. Sometimes you have to stick a screwdriver under there just to make a little wedge. There we go. Kind of help it along, if you will.
I hope so. Computer, what's the status on the autopilot? The automatic pilot system is not functional. All right, yes. Leaning course through the wormhole at port A. Unable to comply. The automatic pilot system is not functional.
Sometimes these springs can be hard to get out. Because the hole isn't straight, it's angled. Because if the hole was straight, this end would just pop out. So they have to put a little bit of an angle on it. On most tremolos. And the edge, the part here of the spring that goes into the tremolo block is also angled. Because again, if they were straight, they would just, as soon as you put tension on, they would pop right out. And you don't want that, so there is that. Okay, so flip her over again. Now we have no tension on the tremolo. We can take the tremolo off and take these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws, pivot screws, out. And decide what to do from there in terms of what to do next on the guitar. It's probably going to be, I'm going to do the frets and fretboard. I'll do the quick and easy things first, and things that take the longest last. Is typically how I work. Not all the time, but typically. These are great screwdrivers that I'm using. These are called Wera, the brand Wera. My friend DJ Zath uses these same exact screwdrivers, except his are orange and yellow. But these are really good, high quality screwdrivers. I mean, I put these on par or even better than Craftsman, Snap-on, Mac, Matco, Cornwell, any of those makers. I really do. They're stellar. They have lifetime warranty. You just ask them to send you a return merchandise authorization package. You send your bad screwdriver or a screwdriver that's got a worn tip. But these tips are heat treated and laser cut, so they grip really well. But like anything else, one will wear, and they will send you a new screwdriver. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty awesome of them to do that. Pretty awesome. I think they're in Holland. I want to say they're based. If memory serves, I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure that's where they're based. Okay, so we got the tremolo off. So we can take that apart and clean it, and clean the saddles individually, the springs individually, the screws individually, the base plate individually, everything individually. Everything individually. Okay. What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? I guess take the pickup, at least take the pickup loose off the body, because again, I have to, when I do my satin finish, I'll be satin finishing under that, and I don't want to mess this chrome up. Is that metal? Or is that plastic one? I think that's a metal one. I thought that was plastic one. Wow. It's actually a metal pickup bezel. Wow. I didn't know. I could have swore it was plastic. Well, what do you know? And this isn't a made in USA model. I don't think. You would say made in USA. If this was a made in USA one, this would be worth a lot more money. It doesn't even say. It doesn't say, it doesn't no serial number on this thing or anything. Come to think of it. Strange. It might have been on a sticker on the back of the headstock, and the sticker is now long since gone. So you can't, because I know how to read serial numbers on just about every manufacturer guitar there is. I can look at the serial number, I can tell you what year it was made, what plant it was made at, what day and date, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, there it is. There it's off. Doesn't say anything on the back. It just has a number. Number 52. But yeah, that is a metal pickup bezel. I'm actually quite shocked at that. Wow. Yeah. I'm quite shocked at that. I'll just go ahead and drop it back in the cavity loose. And we'll keep going.
500 standard cards start at just $9.99 with code BC now.
Probably keep going until about midnight or 1.
With Vistaprint.
And we'll go from there. Oh, I heard my back pop when I leaned forward. Ooh, I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Oosh. Oosh. Ooshki. I don't think any of my friends are in chat yet. Okay, well. That's alright. Okay, let my back adjust a minute before I stand up, because I heard it pop pretty good. And then I will polish the frets in the fretboard, but before I do that, I always take a before picture, so that way I can take an after picture and show people and the work I do, and actually prove to people I'm the one doing the work. Because inevitably you'll have an internet troll or a hater say, well, you're not doing the work, or you're this, or you're that. So this is one of the reasons why I live stream it, and I take pictures. So here we go.
And even stainless steel. Try new Clean Freak from Mr. Clean. At Bowflex, we recognize fitness isn't one size fits all. So we develop solutions to help everyone achieve success in all its forms. We focus on bringing fitness home.
Okay.
We adapt to understand your personal goals and disabilities.
Oh.
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 Oh, mercy. Okay. Woo! Almost knocked my chair over. Almost. Almost. This process doesn't take too long. It goes pretty fast. Looks like I'll only have to do this one once. On a rare occasion, I'll have to go do a guitar twice because the frets of fretboard are so dirty. So dirty that I have to do it twice. I've even had to do it 3 times before. But this one looks like a single timer. So we'll go forthwith. We'll go forthwith and do this thing. This forthwith. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise again. Whoa. Holy matrimony. Again, sorry about the noise. I should have turned down the volume, but I forgot. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Oh, okay, so. Okay, we will take a fresh, clean ragu. You're seeing shadows there. You can see how I move it and the shadows change. So we'll go ahead and I'll rub this about a dozen times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy mackerel, that is a dirty fret and fretboard. Woo, look at that. And I'll do the other side. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. Okay, how much dirt and sweat and fingerprints and just gunk and crapola just come off. So usually I have to wipe that down and off about 4 or 5 times. Sorry about the noise again. And then I spread my rag apart and do the other side, not the side I just took the dirt off. And I'll take my thumbs and then I will get the leading edge of each fret, because you know the buildup is there too, and get off any residual polish and wax and all that kind of stuff. So I do it all on every fret. You can't leave that stuff there because it'll build up. when you play the guitar, so you might as well just take all that off, because if you don't, it won't be good. Why is this? Oh, okay. I was saying the guitar is sliding around a little bit. I was like, now it's better. Now it's better. So if any of my friends from Warp Radio are here, thank you for coming. I don't expect you to sit here and watch the whole show, but I do wholeheartedly appreciate you coming, pound the like, leave a comment, chat, come back when the video, the stream is done, and leave a comment if you so desire. I don't know if any of you Warp guys play a musical instrument or not. I don't think I've ever asked, and I don't think you've ever said. But I also do work on pianos, organs, harpsichords, drums, some drums. In fact, I have somebody dropping me off a drum set, I think tomorrow. So, yes, drums, djembes, kettle drums, drum sets, things of that nature. I think this fret and fretboard are going to come out pretty darn nice. I'm almost half done.
So try Babel free. Go to babel.com or download the app today and see just how quick and easy it is to start speaking a new language.
So again, this is a late 80s, early 1990s Peavey Rockmaster electric guitar, and I got from a friend of mine, and a couple of months ago, I guess now, and I'm just now getting to it because I've had other projects to do, and now I'm getting to it. And he was here just Saturday and dropped off 3 other guitars, a Kramer, George Lynch, Kamikaze, a Cort Evil 1, and I don't remember what the other third guitar was right now. Shoot, I forget. And 2 amplifier heads and those 2 pedals that I just showed you earlier.
You seem to already know the answer.
And he dropped off 2 electric guitar amplifier heads. A Dynamite 240 from 1961 and a HR1 a mini head.
You have no idea what's begun here.
Egnator. Did he use an Egnator? Yeah, mini 1 watt head. Little tiny head. Little tiny. Little bitty 1 watt head. Yes, you can make a lot of noise with 1 watt. Definitely. You think 1 watt amp, what the hell can that do? That's barely anything. That's nothing. You could yell louder, you can talk louder than 1 watt. It's already 11. I'm gonna work on this till probably 12, maybe 1. A little more than half done. This one's taking a little longer, I thought. This fretboard, I mean. The 1 watt head is actually a pretty rare head. They only made 750 of them in the tan color and 1 watt. So it's actually a pretty rare head. I mean, it's only 750 made. Not particularly valuable, even though they're only made 750 of them. It's mint, and I cleaned it up and serviced it today. So if I'm lucky, I might get 250 to 275, 280 for it. So one would think, oh boy, I'd get $1,000 for it, or $500 for it, because I only made 750. Not so much, unfortunately.
You may find all of this Klingon stuff really fascinating, but I don't. I'm not going to waste my time trying to disembowel a bunch of holographic monsters. I only came down here because you tricked me into that stupid bet.
Would you watch it? You could take somebody's head off with that thing.
I have tried this, and now I'm finished. Got it?
If you don't like the program, that's fine. Why do you always have to get so hostile?
I am not hostile.
I'm not hostile. Yeah, you're hostile. Angry at the very least. Watching Star Trek Voyager, beginning of it. I'm a huge Trekkie. I'm about the hugest Trekkie you will ever meet in your entire complete life. And Star Wars. But I watch the Star Trek block on my local channel here every day, whether I've seen the episodes or not. I watch them again, because inevitably you kind of catch a little something you didn't notice before, or something somebody said, and you go, oh wow, I don't remember them saying that, or whatever. You know, inevitably you'll find a little something. Whew. Back is killing me, but I'm almost done working on the third to last fret. Oh man, my back is hurting, but I'll muddle through it. I have the windows open? Yeah, I do have the windows open. I might have to turn a fan on up in here. It's 76.5 degrees. It wasn't particularly hot today. We've been extremely lucky with the weather here in Southern California. Oh my God. We've only had 2 101 degree days, back-to-back days, about a month ago. I haven't had to turn a ceiling fan on, or a room fan, or the house air conditioner, or a swamp cooler, or anything. So really lucky with the weather. Oh my goodness. It was only like 78 today. It was overcast this morning. So it's like, okay, well. Oh man, that hurt my back. But we're done. Now I can finish. Wipe the neck, and then we'll take pictures. Nice. Ooh. And we'll take my after picture.
What's wrong? It's cold here. But too bright.
I'll just take you to sit down.
Oh man, what a freaking difference before and after. Oh my goodness. Wow, 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 wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Did I say wow enough times? I don't know. Maybe I need to add a third oh wow. Oh. Okay, I will show you the frets and fretboard. Look at the shine now. Oh my god. Not even comparable. Not even comparable. Why are these frets coming up?
Then everything around me seemed to
No.
bend or ripple. There
was no blackness and
Okay, very good.
curious sensation of insects crawling on my skin. And then I found myself on your ship. Interesting. I'll run my percentage.
Okay.
Can you tell us where your colony is?
Oh, so I think what I'm going to do next is some of the, oh, man.
Star with cloud of interstellar dust just beyond the fifth planet.
Some of the electronic work and soldering. All these screws that I have sitting, well, you really can't see them, but I have all the screws sitting. I'm going to take these out into the shop and I'm going to wheel them, give them a new, because they're a little bit kind of corroded and kind of dull, and give them a little bit of a satin finish to them themselves. Semi-shiny, semi-satin finish to them. So
When did she leave?
1132 hours.
What time did our alien visitor come on board?
1132 hours.
okay, so flip this bird over. Oh, take a look at the electronics and see what the electronics are doing. I don't know. Always check the ground. The ground looks really good. We have the push-pull pot and we have a 250K volume pot. So there is that. I'm going to have to solder all of these connections because we don't want them grounding out against the body or grounding out against each other or anything like that. So check the capacitors out. It's got a green drop capacitor and it seems fine. Just check all the connections and make sure they're good.
What is this?
Looks like a search for burn particles.
Localize the source. I'll try to
Okay, so
increase the
that.
sensor resolution.
Alright, and then we've got
Do you have anything yet?
the
Harry?
push-pull aspect.
Tourist bridge. And some kid just disappeared.
Okay.
And we
You
just
got the
have
ground and then the white. And then that goes to that. And I might have to resolder that maybe. 'Cause that doesn't look copacetic. It's like, is it grounding out? I want it to ground out. Oh no, well it's a ground. Oh, so it needs to ground out. Duh. Oh.
any progress.
Increasing the shield strength has had no air effect.
So yeah, it's a ground, so it would need to be grounded out. Whoops, I was thinking of something else. Oh. Come on.
Welcome to sick bay.
Oh, come on, the little laptop.
In the last 3 hours,
I forgot to reboot the laptop since last time I streamed, which was Saturday.
I went over our navigational
Yes,
charts
no, it was
with
4th of July, the last time I streamed. Huh.
For all we know, that
So
colony
4,
is
5, 6,
thousands of
7,
light years
today's what, the
away.
8th?
Any idea what might be causing these
So
transmissions?
I should have rebooted it, but I
I'm
didn't.
not sure. Harry and I attempted a search.
But anyway, at any rate,
They created a special distortion field around him, but it collapsed as soon as he vanished.
Could it have been some kind of spatial anomaly?
It could have been anything. A recurring phenomenon like a wormhole or a subspace flow.
I'm just going to kind of clean the cavity up a little bit. It's got some sort of polish or something on the inside of it. I don't know.
In all fairness,
I don't know.
threatened in any way. They seem as puzzled by all this as we are.
Okay. Oh, so do I need a fresh drink? I need a fresh drink already. And I will get a new fresh sody pap. Sody pap. And maybe a juice. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe lemonade. Hubert's Lemonade. I really love Hubert's Lemonade. Then we'll come back and we will solder these connections.
You have your orders.
And then go from there.
This is H&I.
Oh.
For captivating, action-packed dramas, say hi to H&I.
Life doesn't have to be this hard. Just because you lost your car insurance. At the General, we make it easy to get affordable car insurance. Payments are low, and you choose your payment due date. Get your hassle-free online quote and ride with the General. For a great low rate you can get online. Go to the General and save some time.
If you use a CPAP system, then you know it leads to better sleep. But do you know that a dirty CPAP system would lead to sickness and infections? Introducing
That was
Sleep Aid.
loud.
Everything you need to quickly and easily clean your CPAP supplies is free, including any size mask.
Okay.
And both heated
Oh.
and non-heated tubing. Just place
Oh.
it in a filter bag. And
I really want to.
click. Sleep Aid does the rest.
Oh man. Really want to double check
Bacteria that can lead to mold.
these connections. And double check. That's a ground. That's going to that. Make sure. Oh, all these are Copa-Shetiak. Copa-Shetiak. Volume, and then you have the two coming off the first. Okay, and then that one goes up.
Luckily for all your hard to wash fabrics, there's Febreze Fabric Refresher. Febreze doesn't just
Wait a minute.
it eliminates odors you
Why does that not look correct to me?
for fabric with up to twice
Here we have coming out of the pickup to the center of the pot, and then grounded.
Febreze Unstoppables. Breathe happy.
Is it grounded? I can't. Ouch! Fuck a doodle. Sorry. Okay, wait a minute. No, that's grounded. Ay, ay, ay.
Cargo bay 2 is almost full. We'll have to start clearing the shuttle bays.
Then do it.
And then we have out from the jack,
Members to security. Our ranks are
and
getting
then the other out from the jack.
We'll be operating on a skeleton crew before long.
Wait a minute. Ay, ay, ay.
You developed a theory about what's happening.
A Nerian astrophysicist who arrived about an hour ago
Ground,
told me about
ground,
some strange
ground.
levels of
Okay, no,
fluctuation
that's
that
correct.
affected their colony. I ran some scans on this end.
And then the red.
Same thing.
A wormhole?
Possibly a
Wait a
baby one.
minute.
And if I'm right, one end
The
is
fuck
already
is
in the
going on here?
side Voyager. We could have passed through it while we were filming
Wait a
and
minute.
snagged on it.
Then how do we get it unsnagged?
Well, now that I have this new information,
Oh,
I'd like
duh.
to have another
No,
talk
never
with
mind.
some Nerian scientists.
Is Neelix still helping out with the new arrivals?
Okay, and then volume,
Janeway to Neelix.
and pickup. But then the selector switch is grounded, and then that one's grounded. Wait just a cotton picking minute. Why does this look like it's not correct?
We need you to find an Aryan scientist called Brisbane and get him
Ah,
as soon as
I can't freaking see. And this light needs new batteries, so of course I can't use it.
Excuse me, are you Dr. Brisbane? It's still too cold in here.
Ugh. New batteries in this thing already. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. I don't have batteries. Holy shoot balls. I only have double A's, not no triple A's. Okay. So much for that idea. Well, do have these lights. So I'm not without a light.
Commander, there's a problem with the internal It looks like a circuit relay malfunction.
Oh, come on now. Okay. It's grounded. But that one's grounded too. Why would...
Advancement on this ship.
Oh, my back is really hurting. I'm sorry.
Disappearance.
People.
Felix.
How many people did that leave us?
Okay, and then
More
this.
than 100 millions. All access to all systems restricted to
Is that grounded? No.
seal off any part of the ship.
Ground.
Place security.
Why does this not look right? I really need to think a second here. Okay, it's coming off the volume pot to the tone pot, which is a push-pull pot, or a coil split.
Multispectral sweep would be much more useful.
Then we have the main
I didn't ask. And I've already initiated
out of the
check-in.
pickup ground, and then
You're the expert.
the yellow
Neutrinos,
to white,
ionized hydrogen, beta band radiation.
white
Just what
to
you
that
expect to find in a world.
tone.
That's what we're not finding that I'm interested in. The scan shows no
Oh,
anti-level
okay.
fluctuations whatsoever.
That's not so unusual.
It's more than
And
unusual.
then the coil split.
I don't think this is a wormhole at all.
Well, perhaps
But
it's-
both of the coil split aspect are grounded.
Analysis from the
Unless I'm mistaken. That's grounded. Green's grounded and white's grounded. What the what?
Spatial harmonics are incompatible. I don't think this is a natural phenomenon.
I'm not so sure this wiring is correct.
I won't hurt you unless you force me to.
Ouch.
Your people have been behind us all along.
I can't tell if that wire is green or white or what it is. I think it's green. Okay, it's green. But it's green. Green. That's green. But it's... Oh, maybe that's just the old green. I think I need to clean this wiring up because it's kind of semi-confusing me here. Do I need to put a new battery in this son of a biscuit too now? Let me guess, they're AAA's. These Harbor Freight freaking flashlights that you get for free. Every time you buy something, they want to give you one of these for free. And I'm happy to take them, but I've got like 13 of them. And they're all new, and like 11 of them are brand spanking new. I've never used them. But if they're willing to give me one, I'll take them, I'll tell you that. It's like they need to change up their, of course they're AAA. They need to change up their free offer. Harbor Freight does. Do I have any new batteries? Let me look. Thought maybe I had a new thing of batteries. Because I did a Harbor Freight haul a little bit ago, if you guys remember. And I bought a crap ton of load of stuff. And I thought batteries was one of them. Let me see. Got a whole bag of stuff from Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. Here's even another light I got for free. This is the red one.
Think you need to pay
Oh,
prestige
in the bag. Guess what? The battery's under your dead already. Sheesh. Yep, I do have new batteries in here. What do you know? And they're AAA. Okay, duh. I go to Harbor Freight like once every... No, I take it back. I go to Harbor Freight about 4 to 6 times a month. Okay, so I can put batteries in this one. I'm going to wait to put batteries in this one because even Harbor Freight batteries are expensive and I like to use them sparingly on devices. I really go through them like wildfire during Halloween and Christmas because, you know, I have a lot of Halloween decorations and Christmas decorations that are battery powered. So I buy packs and packs and packs and packs of AA, AAA, C, D, 9 volt, and it's like, oh my goodness, how many packs am I buying here? And I'm just like spending like, for Halloween, I'm like spending like $40 on batteries. I think these 24 packs are like, they're not expensive, they're like, I think they're $3 or $4.
And I lost 13 pounds with lipozene and kept it.
Come on.
We take
inevitably the switches in these things go. Whoops, that one I almost topsy-turvied that one. Oh yeah, this one's stone cold dead. Stone cold. Stone cold Steve Austin. Okay, well, I'll puncture the package and whoops, we'll open this bad boy up and replace some batteries. So this is definitely going to be a two-part video because there's a lot more work to this sucker than we thought. Sometimes they double pack these things and they're notoriously hard to open. Are they double A? Yeah, they are triple A. No, wait a minute. No, they are triple A. Duh. Come on now. Triple A. What are you thinking? See if anybody's there in chat. Nope. We need 4 of them on these switch lights. Switch lights take 4 freaking triple A's. It's like, why didn't they just make it 2 double A's instead of 4 triple A's? Yeah, I get it. But it is what it is, and that's what it is, and it is, and it is what it is, and it is, and it is what it is, and it is what it is.
Do we have any idea what planet we're on? Not yet. I sent you up to investigate the other compounds and see what you can find out.
See if it comes on yet. Nope.
All we have are unanswered questions. Decks 11 through 15 are completely shut down.
Replace these. Unless there's something wrong with the light itself, it should have gave me a little bit of light. Unless there's something wrong with it. Oh god. So new batteries and the light doesn't work. Oh wait a minute. Look at that. You gotta be freaking kidding me. My one complaint about Harbor Freight is their lights. See the switch? It doesn't work with the switch, but if you switch the switch on and very lightly. Oh. So the switch isn't making contact or something inside. And these are pretty much non-serviceable. I mean, you can take them apart, but maybe we can just bang on it and see if bang on it a little bit. Oh, now it doesn't work at all. Isn't that nice? Oh goodness! Come on! Come on now! Oh my god! They guarantee their stuff, so in my next haul, I could take this back and say, this doesn't work. I bought it. It doesn't work. Give me another one, people. I mean, I could probably take it apart and fix the switch, but I've got better things to do with my time, as you guys can obviously tell, than schwitzing around with a switch. Schwitzing around with a schwitz. So I just put 4 new batteries in it. And what, wasting 5-6 minutes on this? And then remember I was pressing on the end of it, and now it won't come on at all, since I banged on it. And I don't like banging on things, because that just doesn't solve the problem. Merciful Minerva. Okay, so I'm not going to dick around with it anymore. I'm just going to take the batteries out and take this switch back. I have a Harbor Freight trip planned on Thursday. So I will just take it back and they will give me a new one because they have lifetime warranties on pretty much everything they have in the store. which is kind of strange because most of the stuff is not made in USA, or if it is, it's a you know, a little bit lesser known quality or brand like Pittsburgh. But we got a whole brand new thing of batteries here, so I'll take the switch back. Okay. Just wasted a whole 5 or 6 or 7 minutes just on batteries. Now I gotta take these batteries, and I have a bag. I put these batteries in, and then I take the bag to Walmart, and they have a battery disposal bin there. So I will put them in the bag and be right back. Okay. I do have this other light that I can use. It's not virtually impossible. But the switch in this one's not exactly great either, so it's like, But if you bang on it just right, if you bang on it just right, it'll work perfect. Mercy. Okay, well, at any rate, I need to look at this wiring again because for some reason it is not looking correct. So I just need to go over it. Okay, so ground, and then we've got the capacitor. Oh, come on, light. I can't with this light. I can't. So I'm gonna have to go get another light, which I have here. That should be good, and if it's not, I'm gonna throw it out on the freaking sidewalk. Oh, boom. That I got from Harbor Freight. It's a pretty cool light, actually, and it's got a magnet just like the others have, and you can angle it and all that good shit, all that good stuff. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, now back to where we were. Okay, black is ground, and then ground. It's grounded. No, wait a minute. It's not grounded. No, it is grounded. I take it back. And then red to the center. And then the coil tap. Coil tap.
I've never been completely cut off from the ship before.
Grounded.
What if the emitters' power supply runs out?
Why is this? Oh, okay.
There are 10
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, maybe I. Okay. Oh, lordy. 6x40. Lottie, 6x40. Okay, now I need to get my soldering gun out and my solder out. Solder's out. Soldering gun is out. This is my soldering gun that I have had since I was 10 years old. My dad bought this at Radio Shack. I'm now 48 years old, so that tells you how old it is. It's what, 38 years old. And it still works. It still works perfect. And, there you have it.
But I think you'll be happy here. The food dispenser.
Hooked it up to electricity, making sure it works, and it does. And now I'm about to commence soldering. I am going to solder because I like soldering. Let's solder, everyone. Shall we solder? When I was a kid, that's what I used to call it. I'd say, you know, would say, "Hey, Dad, can I solder this?
If you want to be
Can I solder this? I have something I want to solder."
Nothing you can do about your situation. I suggest
And he was like, "Yes, you can solder it." And he kept making fun, poking a little fun at me. Like,
we're ready now.
cut these ends off and make them a little cleaner.
Tell me about this wilderness you found. How rugged is it? Can we walk out?
I don't believe so. In every direction I went, I encountered a natural barrier.
Okay.
Your cliff, the impassable river,
Yeah, I think we got that
around the colony.
situated.
Doesn't that seem a bit convenient?
This place does have an artificial quality. I wouldn't be surprised
Okay,
if
and that's
it
shielded, so... Okay.
This was created to keep us
Whoops.
from exploring too far.
Okay. I need to... When I did that, it stripped it off, so I just have to restrip it. Resolder it. Whoops a daisy. Whoops a daisy. Again on that one. Ay, ay, ay. So now I got two of them that just came off. That's what happens when you just twist things on. And I didn't do this work. Somebody else obviously did, because I don't twist stuff together and I don't wire nut stuff together. I solder stuff together. That's what I do. What I do. Okay, here we go.
It's the Good Guys at Sunrise. Weekday morning starting at 5 a.m. 4 Central. Right here on H&I.
Okay.
Attention, if you currently have life insurance, you could be overpaying for your policy. To find out how you can save up to
Whoa, 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 whoa,
return
whoa.
of premium life insurance from Senior Life Insurance Company. If you own a typical life insurance policy, you see no cash unless you die. With Return of Premium Life Insurance, you receive back 100% of all premiums at the end of the term period. That's right, you get back all the money you paid.
And I've been soldering for 38 years, so I think it's safe to say I know what I'm doing. Probably safe to say. I think so. Probably safe.
To get a free rate quote, call 1-888-814-8241 now. You have no obligation. Return of premium
And everything's already pre-fluxed and all that good stuff. Ouch. Ooh, one of the ends of the wire went into my thumb.
and heat flavors in your favorite espresso drinks. And make it even more delicious. $2 medium latte or cappuccino between 2 and 6
Owie.
p.m.
Okay.
American runs on Dunkin'.
Alrighty.
Extra Body Wash gives skin the nourishment it needs and keeps it there longer with lock-in moisture technology. Skin is pedal smooth because your best skin starts with Olay. I have a few good tricks to help hold my black.
Okay, soldered.
It's discreet, it's less
You don't want what's called a cold solder, which means they kind of connect but don't quite meld or melt together. They just kind of rest on top of each other. You don't want that. That's called a cold solder. You don't want that. You don't.
With the round brush
Go pro with Oral-B. Oral-B's gentle rounded brush head.
Or at least I don't want that.
For cleaner teeth and healthier gums. And unlike some
Okay. We'll cut these down a little bit more.
the ADA for its effectiveness and safety.
What an amazing cleaner. I'll only
And we'll
use
get these
Oral-B.
get this one pre-tinted.
Some big news from Mr. Clean. Stop struggling to clean tough messes with sprays. Try new Clean Freak. It has 3 times the cleaning power of the leading spray to dissolve kitchen grease on
Okay.
and it's great for bathrooms. Just
I have to move this over. And this over. Whoops. Come on now. We don't want everything. We don't want anything to ground out
to get 3 times the cleaning power.
either. So.
From Mr. Clean.
Quick! The quicker picker upper.
Oop, that's gonna be a cold solder. I can already feel it. See how it pulled right off? I know exactly how and when to recognize when something's gonna be a cold solder. because I can not only feel it, but I can see it. I can see it happening.
But I'm sure it's suitable for you. The Nerians undoubtedly had a good look through your data banks. Were your people brought here by the Nerians? They took us one by one. Oh, it is.
They took you from your colony.
They claim not to know what was
There we go, yo. I'm gonna clean the tip of my
We've been here
gun
ourselves.
off.
Do you have any idea where here is?
No.
Otherwise it gets oxidized and we go to try and solder something else. You'll get a cold solder right off of the tip of the
Inhabitants of this environment had no concept of a partisan. But you strike me as a much more sophisticated group.
right off the tip of the
There were people here before us. Maybe we could get up.
soldering gun tip.
I don't think
Okay.
the method of escape.
Now we can kind of tuck these wires back in a little bit and make sure nothing is going to
Some kind of force field here, but I can't.
ground out against each other, we'll say,
How did you get it open?
Well, I have my ways.
or touch.
I consider that information.
And I think that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, put this away now. Put this away now. Oh, my back is killing me. Take a drink of my drink, which I haven't drunk yet.
If you can show us how to find them.
Oh. Okay, what next?
To our collaboration.
Okay, so we got screws missing. I gotta do these screws. Take these screws out to the shop and machine them.
Fascinating. Everything is glowing.
Oh, I see.
Energy. Even the
What's wrong
planets are
there?
emitting a faint
Two different things I see. Three different things I see that's wrong.
How's your optical
Oh, shysters.
Well, we're just about ready. I've reconfigured the doctor's optical sensors, and as soon as they're aligned, we'll be able to detect them.
Okay, well, one thing at a time. I can only do so much. Corn's sake. At least the frets and fretboard look really stellar. Really stellar. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the soldering gun. And wait for it to cool off a little bit more. And then put it away.
I didn't mean to push you.
I know, you did.
Excuse me.
And I didn't mean to lash out at you like that.
So we'll
Typical defensive
go ahead and give the headstock a rub down.
First as a shield against a perceived emotional threat.
And I don't want to give it a very hard rub down because then you start to take the
What is that supposed to mean?
finish away. The satin finish, that is.
Just pretend that nothing bothers you.
Again, I'm not trying to make this guitar look perfect because it's not perfect to begin with. So, that being said,
That's ridiculous. I am an easygoing
I'll check the truss rod,
He's just trying to
adjust the truss rod.
He was obviously terrified of having a friend. Fear intimacy is a
Since the cover's
combination
off.
of low self-esteem. Perhaps if you stop to analyze the root cause, you might.
If you find it so difficult to be my friend, then why keep trying?
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
it's a little loose.
I think I'll stop wasting my time.
Yeah, come on. I don't have enough swing. I don't have enough swing. So I'll get out my regular gallons, get out the correct size, and adjust it that way.
In this thing, it looks like some sort of capacitor. It should do. If you can find another like this one, we'll be able to construct a second weapon. You're assuming the first one will work? Yes. I'll get on it right away. Maybe I'll take apart the sonic shower assembly. I'd better give you credit, Tuvok. Working on the fly with nothing but random parts, with no guide to follow. I never thought Vulcans had much of a knack for improvising.
Okay, truss rod adjusted. For those interested, it is 3.5 millimeters.
This
No,
reminds me of
wait a
those
minute,
survival
5.5, 5. 4 millimeters. It's 4 millimeters. Just for informational purposes. Oh man. So we're into this hour and 36 minutes.
With the ritual blade is my only possession.
I'm just gonna kind of keep going. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna kind of keep going. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep going. I don't keep saying that, but I'm just gonna kind of keep going. I'm gonna I'm gonna satin finish the top of the pickup. But I have to be careful because I don't want to hit the chrome. So I could do one of things. I could take the pickup completely out of the bezel, or I could just simply adjust the pickup all the way, which is just simply simpler. And that gives me a chance to check and make sure the springs are good and the screws are good. And you'll just want to go up on each side a little bit at a time, if you will. And that's it. And that gives you a chance to check out the condition of all the edges and the wrapping and, you know, all that good stuff. So it gives you a chance to do that. Now, when I satin finish, I don't go in circular. Well, it depends on what look I'm going for. But generally speaking, this is kind of a medium grade Scotch-Brite. But I will just go the weight of my fingers, and I will go straight up and down, and very, very evenly. And that will give a brush or satin finish, if you will. And then when you're done, you take your clean towel and you just wipe away any residual dust left behind, and then now you have a satin finished pickup top, or brush finished, whichever you prefer. And we'll lower the pickup back down. And again, you want to go evenly. You don't want to do all one side at once. Or half, because then it will bind. You don't want to do that. Now I'm going to go way below the top of the pickup bezel, because then when I go to polish the pickup bezel, I don't want to hit the top of the freshly satin finished pickup with polish, because then it will leave a polish mark on top of it. So, that being said, I probably should have polished the bezel first, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Yeah, not a big deal at all. Okay, now what I want to do. Now what's next? What do I want to do next? I want to... Let's see, the headstock is done. I do need to polish the back of the tuners, which I will do. I need to polish the... wire wheel all of the mounting screws for the truss rod and the back panels. I don't know if I'm going to satin finish the back panels. I don't know. Yeah, they're kind of grungy looking. I'll probably satin finish them. Yeah, they're kind of dirty and grody. So I'll probably do that. It's got some nicks in it, which I could touch up with some flat black paint. I think I have some flat black paint over here. I'll have to get that out tomorrow, because I don't want to do the touch-ups and then re-satin finish it and then scratch off my paint touch-up. I don't want to do that, so there is that aspect of it. So what could I do? The bridge? I could do the bridge, I guess. bridge is really dirty. Oof. And there's stuff pouring out of it, dust or some bullshit. Some Bolshevik. There's some Bolshevik pouring out of it.
There's still more to come.
So what I'll do is I'll take a picture before and then a picture after, because that's what I like to do. So we'll take a picture of this bridge. You just saw me put it right here. I know the neck is in the way, but it's there, trust me.
Pierre is 4 years old. He should have his whole life.
Trust me.
But because of a simple lack of nutrition, his body is weak.
Oh man.
To stay alive.
Oops.
His position
Don't
is
want to do that.
he has half of the normal weight for this age.
Yeah, she's a dirty.
So frail, he can no longer
She's a dirty bird.
He needs medicine, and he needs therapeutic food.
I need to go on another Harbor Freight haul very soon. I got a lot of stuff I need to buy at Harbor Freight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So now we're going to take this tremolo, aka bridge, apart and clean it and polish it. And that will allow me to polish the saddles individually. Looks like somebody tried to polish the bridge together and they got a bunch of polish inside where the string goes through. And that's not good. Just, you know, if you don't know how to polish it, it's just kind of better just kind of not to. I don't think my friend did it, because I don't think he had this guitar long. You know, he didn't have it long enough to do any work to it. So I definitely can't blame him for it, unless he turns around and tells me, well, he tried to polish it. In any case, I would be more than happy to teach him how to correctly polish. Take apart, polish, put back together, and adjust a bridge. I would be ecstatic to do that for him. Ecstatic. Ecstatic. I would be.
How soon can we go to work? I want to get back there.
Just a few minutes.
So we're taking the bridge apart. I'm going to have to wire wheel these screws for the intonation, because they are actually rusted. So I will have to wire wheel those. Yeah. Oh, I do have my, no, it's okay. I'll do it for the reassembly. I have my special vise that my brother bought me for Christmas or my birthday? For Christmas. That I use to set bridges in, so I can work on them. And they have multi-axis, and that way I don't have to kind of fumble on a table. Because taking them apart's one thing, but trying to put them back together like this, you need a third and a fourth hand. So a vise helps. So he bought me the vise for Christmas, and I've used it multiple times already, and it is just badass. So I'll go ahead and I will take the block off of the bridge, which is just barely screwed on, hand tight. Well, this one's a little more than tight. This one's tight, but not very tight. And this one's tight, but not very tight. And then, yeah. yeah, I really wanted that vise. And my brother was more than happy to get that for me for Xmas. For Xmas. It's got a little bit of rust here, so I'm going to take the Brillo pad, or I mean the Scotch-Brite rather, and just very lightly go across that, and that's it. And then we will polish that by hand the rest of the way, just to get the light rust off of it. Light rusty crusty. Now I'm going to take a second picture of the bridge apart.
This translocator has an extremely long range, over 10 light years.
Great distances must limit its capacity. That's why the Neurians could only send one person to Voyager at a time and bring one of us here.
There really has the added advantage of appearing innocent, at least in the beginning.
Oh, my back. Okay, ouch. I just hit my elbow on the edge of the chair and my funny bone. Oh, man. Owie. 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 Okay. Now we'll polish this sucker back up to new. Yeah, you guys can kind of see me, so you're doing good. You guys can see what I'm doing. And when I reassemble it, I'll reassemble it on the vise, and you guys will be able to see me a lot better. A lot better. Ooh. A little bit rust. A little bit rusty on the edge corner here. I don't want to take any Scotch-Brite to that because that's the highly polished side, whereas this side isn't. So that being said, I might have to take a little bit of steel wool. Sometimes if you just take your thumbnail, because the rust can't be that deep. If it's just surface rust, more times than not, you can just take your fingernail and actually rub the rust just kind of right off, and it's coming off. So there you have that. Yeah, coming right off with my friggin' thumbnail. Of course, I cut my thumbnails this past weekend, so I don't have much of a thumbnail. But it's working. I'm muddling through it.
There are biosensors contained within the monitoring programs of each habitat.
I'm muddling through it.
I've detected human life forms in one of the environments. The Argona habitat.
Come on.
Possibly. They may have taken refuge there to hide from the Neurians.
Doesn't look very inviting, does it?
The temperatures might
A little more polish on the end of my rag here. My rag tag. And just polish on it, and we will polish on it, and we will polish on it, and polish on it. Until it comes right. I'm not in a big, huge, flaming rush. Because it's almost midnight, and I know this is now going to officially be, if it wasn't before, now it is officially going to be a 2-day project. So, which I'm fine with. I have so many projects this summer. It is not. I've got enough projects. We've got over 50 guitar projects that are going to probably take me clear till Halloween. Yeah. I mean, I just have a lot of projects.
Now's your chance.
They're just trying to get you moving.
You will keep moving. Or do I have to throw you over my
my shoulder and carry you out.
Okay. Grab my other rag and polish this off. Looks pretty good. Not perfect. But what do you want for a vintage late 1980s, early 1990s guitar? You can't expect perfection. I mean, this guitar new was probably under $300, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was at or under $300. I'm pretty sure of that. Fairly sure at any rate. Oh yeah, look at this beauty. She's a beaut. She's a doozy. As my dad would say, it's a doozy. She's a real doozy. Oh man. Okay. Alright. After picture. Smile.
I'm sorry, I don't wish to be reasonable. Mr. Tuvok, get me out of here and prepare to...
Hold on. There we go. Oh, pff, are you kidding me? Not even freaking comparable. Not even close. It's almost 11. Oh, shish. Shish, shish, shush. Shush, shusha, shisha, shusha. Okay, we'll look at the tremolo hole that the tremolo arm goes into. Make sure the threads are clean. And they are, because this is only a cast, kind of a pot metal. But they're good. Got that. Now I'm going to have to pick this up with my rag, because if I pick it up with my fingers, I'm going to get it all dirty again. And then I'm not going to be a very happy camper. I will be an unhappy camper.
Yeah. It sure does.
Oh man. Oh. See what I mean about this being difficult without a vise?
My friend, if you've ever considered getting a walk-in tub, I'm so excited to introduce you.
It's Pat Boone in his walk-in tub.
Shower package.
I really wish my next door neighbor would get one of those. He is a few months shy of 98 years old, and he needs one of those. I mean, need. Not want, need. He needs one. 98 years old.
With the therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and improve sleep.
Okay, now I can cinch down on those.
All in one amazing product. Please call now and get your free shower package. Because you deserve it.
Call 1-800-990-3638 for your free shower package. Offers for a limited time, so please call now.
Experience the phenomenal character-driven series that redefined drama.
Okay. So now that's all. The block is back on the freshly polished bridge plate. I'll show you how shiny it is. Look at that. It gleams. It gleams with its gleaming gleamness. Okay, these tremolo screws I'm gonna have to take into the shop. and do those manually. But I think I'm gonna polish these saddles individually first. I'm gonna see if I can get the old pop off this old polish that somebody that dripped down, kind of dripped down in between the cavities here. So this is gonna be a lot of detail work. Oh, shysters! I dropped it. I can't believe it's midnight already. Holy mackerel. I'm pretty tired. I might end this video because we're almost at 2 hours. I think I'll end this video. Because yeah, I'll break it up into 2 videos.
No response, sir. I'm not even detecting a transceiver on board.
I think I'll do that because I'm tired and we're already at 2 hours and all that good stuff. So there is that. And I do have a few things to do before I call it a night. So I'm probably going to do that. Oh! Oh man. Oh, the edge of my shirt caught the strap button. And everything would have came careening down. Everything would have came careening down. Are you kidding me with this? Okay, that's good enough. Okay, well we did an unboxing. We've got 2 hours of labor into this so far. I'm not dissatisfied. I mean, I had some extra work to do, but like this push-pull pot or coil tap. But I got quite a bit of work done on it, so I'm going to take a picture of this because it's off and it's partially done. I'm going to kind of take a picture of that just because I can. Yeah, why not? Take a picture. Me take picture. Me take picture. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me put my rags away, and then the flashlight away, and then everything away. Away. And we will commence this tomorrow. Recommence this tomorrow, rather. Man. Yeah. Finish this sucker tomorrow. But I'm happy with how it's coming out so far. We did run into a couple of glitches. Had not run into those glitches, probably would have finished the guitar tonight. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I'll live. I'll live. Okay. That being said, yeah.
The vapor doesn't contain any elements our sensors can identify.
Alright, everyone. My beard's a little crooked. Thank you for joining me on this classic guitar video. Pretty tired. We got 2 hours into this late 80s, early 1990s Peavey Rockmaster. It's pretty cool. I'm having a little issue with my camera right now, maybe. Maybe it's Wirecast. I'm using Wirecast to broadcast with. At any rate, we'll finish this tomorrow in part 2, and I think I'll be able to definitely finish tomorrow. So I need to get off of here, and I have another list of parts to order off Amazon. Yeah, so we'll do that. So thank you very much for joining me on this classic guitar video, and happy guitaring.